Yeah.
So hype dies down, the price goes down. And by hype doesn't mean that everyone just talking about it. More like, okay, some countries decide that, oh, I will tie my debt to the cryptocurrency, or how I will control my currency, my internal country's currency. I will use the cryptocurrency as my reserve currency, kind of a thing. Like, so even Trump said at one point in time, we need to have the biggest cryptocurrency portfolio ever, like for USA. Like, okay, so all of a sudden the Bitcoin went up, but then it's down right now, and there's so many videos and talks you can hear people saying, oh, the Bitcoin has only a limited amount of supply, right? As many only you can create. And because of this, it will go to the moon. True, but because it's not really supported by anything other than hype of people or the other, as I said, countries or politicians or whoever. If it's not in favor, then all of a sudden it's not going to be going to the moon because nobody's going to buy it. It doesn't matter how much supply there is available for it. The demand will dwindle to almost nothing if nobody needs it. It literally, as you said, in stocks, at least there is some kind of a notion that it's tied to the value of the company per se. I personally just don't look at it that way. I trade not by value, I trade by the price action, because price action is much more reflective of what people think versus what the real value is. For the same reason with Bitcoin, like it's just, the price is not even connected to what it is underneath it. It has nothing almost underneath it,
I
right?
think
It's literally just people just supporting it.
there's several angles on this, and I think I'm not sure if I explain myself well on it. Um, there is the fundamental thing behind Bitcoin. You had the whole 2008 crisis, and Bitcoin
Hmm.
emerged, and it was sort of this people money, right? People were
Hmm.
like, "Oh my God, this is our money, and it's decentralized and unregulated." It was this whole cowboy territory. So you have different angles on this, uh, but it changed. People want it to be sort of that. People want that heroic narrative of Bitcoin, like, "Oh, it's our stuff, it's our money, it's a commodity or it's a currency. I don't care." Like they discuss
Hmm.
about it. But now you got huge institutions that are moving Bitcoin. Every exchange, you have KYC and all that stuff. And, be my guest, but it's not your Bitcoin anymore. It's just a regulated asset. And you touched on the demand story. Well, I would say there could be made one case, but it could be easily floored by what you just said. To have Bitcoin, initially you have to mine it.
Hmm.
To mine it, you have to put in electricity because your GPU is doing all sorts of
Yeah, yeah.
calculations. So, but the problem with this is that even though you mine it um, and you spend money on it, if no one wants to buy your product, you just created something that costs a lot to produce and you cannot sell it for a profit. So
Hmm.
that's exactly what you said. Like it doesn't have earnings. It doesn't have any of that. I'm not a critic. In fact, I'm a fan of Bitcoin. I think the story is great. I think how it emerged is great. But with crypto, people tend to sort of they just say like hold it, hold it, hold it to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Whilst I believe you shouldn't marry any asset or any trade. And although I used to be married to Bitcoin, we divorced, and I would still trade it.
Separated. You're not divorced, probably. You're
And no,
separated,
yeah,
right?
we're not divorced. It still has a special place in my heart, and I do believe in its use case. But there's so many angles on this. On how to Bitcoin. Do you invest? Do you buy and hold? I know people that save in Bitcoin. I know people that I personally like to trade it. Uh, but yeah, it's a very, it's an interesting topic.